it's worth it. Maybe I got it, maybe it's not around. The wick is burning like it's in my head. The tick's clicking like I'm already dead. Don't you wish that you were always here? And wouldn't you know that I would always be there? Saying, forgetting something, but it's something so clear. Playing games that just aren't fair. Saying, maybe the town sleeps, maybe I count sheep, maybe I get it. Maybe it's worth it, maybe I got it, maybe it's not around. Maybe the town sleeps, maybe I count sheep, maybe I get it. Maybe it's worth it, maybe I got it, maybe it's not around. It's not around.
How are you? Look at you.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, Xander, congratulations on a phenomenal EP. I had a chance to preview it,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, out in less than 10 days, man. How do you feel? Are you nervous? Are you excited? What's going on?
It's sort of weird. I'm really excited, but it's sort of new. I've been doing a lot of music, throughout my whole life, and
Your whole life, yeah.
yeah, and I feel like I don't know, this is sort of new to me. So I'm a little bit nervous, but like
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, do you like talking to like, guys like me, like music journalists like me and doing all these press rounds? Like, are you used to that already or are you like, getting used to it?
I'm still getting used to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not used to all this stuff, but it's really exciting, and I'm
Cool,
enjoying
man. Well,
it.
listen, it's awesome when you have a guest like yourself, man. I mean, you've heard the words prodigy, you've heard all this stuff, but you're more than that, man. You're so good, like technically and in many ways, and it's a treat to have you. Um, Let me introduce you to my audience really quickly. You are most of your life you've been playing, composing at the highest of levels, like you said,
Mm.
and like I said, I think my favorite thing about your playing, Xander, checking you out in research, is that you have the skill to go into these solos if you wanted to. If you wanted to, you could grab these songs on stage and just take them to another level, but you don't, man. You know when you want to just blend in like a beautiful layer. And
Yeah.
that's so cool. That's so cool that you know how to do that, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I really like to I really like to focus on the music, not just like my technical like abilities.
Yeah.
I feel like if the simplest song can affect a person more than like really technical song.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's really about just the individual song and how it affects people.
Definitely. So Xander, this year obviously is weird as shit for everybody, but has it been a blessing for you in a way because you, in addition to playing, you're in the studio, you love drumming, you record, you engineer, you do a little bit of everything. So has it been like almost like fun in a way for you?
Yeah, it's been, I mean, it's sort of been weird because quarantine has a lot of downsides, but it also has a lot of upsides. So I don't really know how I feel about this whole thing.
Right.
But yeah, I really have been loving the time to be able to record and write. And it's been really great for my music and how I've been developing as an artist.
That's amazing. That's amazing, brother. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your early life, Sandra, for a second. Obviously, since you were 8, when we talk to people who started playing since they were young,
Mhm.
since they were 8, maybe they picked the instrument for the first time. But you, when you were 8, you were playing at the Whiskey a Go Go, brother. You're playing at Saint Rocket and the Lighthouse. Like you're just kicking ass at 8. What's your first memory, Xander, of music, of picking up a guitar? How old were you? Do you remember? What do you hear from your family?
So my dad played piano. I remember when I was about like 6 or so, hearing him play the piano like downstairs.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking like, wow, that's really cool, right? And I don't know, it just sort of made me think about a career in music and where I wanted my life to go. And so I just started playing on piano, and then I really fell in love with the guitar, and it just sort of went from there. And that's sort of how it began.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, epic, dude, epic. Xander, I gotta ask you. We recently lost one of the big ones, right, in Eddie Van Halen last week, and I know he was one of your biggest influences. So, I have to ask you: do you have what are your favorite memories of Eddie? Did you ever meet him, or like, his music? Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, so when I first started playing guitar, his music really like influenced what I wanted to do with my guitar playing. Because he was so like came up with all this stuff. He was he came up with his own like style of playing, and it was really it's still amazing like what he did. And I don't know, it just he sort of was like the outline of what I wanted to be when I first started.
Oh
And
yeah,
it really still affects me to this very day. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think we've been talking about him a lot. We talked with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I think that you have that chance to take that instrument to another direction, which is what he did. I think he more than just it was like a new language for guitarists what he
Yeah.
did.
Mhm.
So I think that's why he's so unique, iconic, and you could certainly have an opportunity to do that. So Xander, let me ask you about this. You're so young, right? And I think that you're getting a lot of recognition, a lot of success, and yeah, dude, you're gonna be huge. What have you what can you learn about other people who've succeeded at a young age and maybe struggled down the line with paparazzi, with stupid shit, that maybe you're like, what, I'm not gonna be like them. Like, what have you learned?
Um, I mean, like it's really about for me, it's really been how I see myself.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, like I've had a lot of praise from a lot of people in the past, and I don't know, it's been I mean, in the past it's been a struggle to like make sure that I'm not like some egotistical maniac and stuff.
yeah,
But I just really want to just enjoy the music and
that's amazing.
yeah, I just really want the music to be the driving force in my career, not the fame or anything like that.
You realize how hard it is to hear that, not just for someone your age, but for someone like we talk to people all the time here, and it's like you're so wise, man. I can't tell you, Xander. It's amazing. Um, you know, are you all about that spot that the TikTok and the Instagram and all that, like self promotion? Like, are you like, do you do it because it's part of the game, or like are you like just it's just your lifestyle?
Um, I'm not that great at social media and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's
I'm
intense,
I'm
right?
really I'm really not great at promoting myself
Right.
and that sort of stuff. I mean, in modern times, you really have to be involved in that stuff, but I'm not exactly great at it. So yeah, I'm just sort of on there to
Definitely. No,
yeah.
no, it's great, Xander. And listen, obviously you've played with Steve Vai, you've played
Mhm.
with Joe Bonamassa, other Titans. You met Quincy Jones at his camp.
Yeah.
What's some of the best advice that these people have given you?
Um, well, all these people are really dedicated to their craft.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's all different styles. Like Steve Vai is more like shredder, and Joe Bonamassa is more blues, and I mean Quincy Jones has done all of his stuff.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really just I don't know. It's not really specific advice, but it's more of just how they work at what they do, and it really affects how I see what I want to do with my
Yeah.
music in that way.
That's great. That's great, Xander. I also thought it was I want to get to your songs in a minute, but you met Quincy at his jazz camp, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Do you mind, just sharing with our audience who haven't been to a jazz camp, much less Quincy Jones's jazz camp, kind of like the drill, like how long is it, like what's the vibe there, like just take us inside the curtain for a little bit.
Yeah, so the Quincy Jones Jazz Camp was really cool. Um, I think it was 1 or 2 weeks, and it was just all these kids who were really dedicated to jazz music, and it was just amazing because there's all this jamming like during like the like lunch sort of recess time. Like you
Nice.
you'd go on into like auditorium and like do jam sessions and stuff. And
Yeah.
it was just like it was I don't know, it was just being surrounded in that environment sort of it what's the word for it? It's inspiring. It's
Yeah.
inspiring.
That's great. Yeah, it must be so creative. Your
Yeah,
creative juices must be on fire. That's amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing, Xander. So yeah, let's talk about your new EP. It's amazing. It's 5 songs, all very different, right? You start with Town Sleep, which is a heck of a song, and you finish with a wonderful cover of Blood and Roses from the Smithereens.
Yeah.
So let's start there. Let's start with that cover. Why that cover, Xander? It's great, but why that cover?
I've always loved the Smithereens. Um, and I just felt like it was a song that I really loved, and I felt that I could really make it my own in a way while still being true to the original.
Yeah,
And I felt like the whole vibe of the song and everything just really fit. So
you did
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously the reception to Town Sleep has been amazing, hasn't it?
yeah, it really has. Yeah,
Yeah. Are you hearing from people all over the world? It's such a great song.
yeah. I mean, I really just I don't know. I feel like Town Sleep has really just I don't know. I mean, Towns like people I feel like have really like people have really liked the reception from Town Sleep, and I
Yeah.
don't know how I feel about it. Like I don't I'm thankful for all the people that really like it and all my fans and supporters. Um and I don't know, I'm just I I don't know. I
Yeah.
yeah.
You do it for the music. I hear what you're saying, man. You're like, for you, it's your artistic baby. Like, yeah, whatever, right? You love it. It's part of your soul.
Yeah.
You're a real artist, man. I love it. I love it, Xander. It's all good, man. That's great. That's great. Um, okay, and Xander, you have such great taste in music. Why don't you share with our audience, and we'll let you go. Like, what are you listening to now? What's some of the music in Xander's Spotify playing right now?
Yeah. So during quarantine I got Spotify, and so like that whole door is opened and I've been listening to like everything.
Yeah,
Um, I've been really liking the Tame Impala stuff.
yeah, yeah.
I've been
He's
listening
great.
to- yeah. I've been also listening to some Arctic Monkeys.
Sure.
I like them. And I've been listening to some of the Strokes. Yeah,
Nice.
that's been
Nice.
kind of the whole quarantine thing with me.
Yeah. The Strokes. Poor guys. They're one of the we talked to one of them recently. They're one of the bands that like had like the whole plan derailed this year, right? Because they had like this whole setup done for the with the new album, new everything. But yeah, man. Well, Sander, listen, we love you. We love that you're a real artist. You don't need to tell us that you have a bright future, but I will say this: we're very impressed with your maturity, man, and you're just a good human, dude. And I think that this pandemic has shown the value in just good people like you. So props to that, man. Props to your energy, and man, keep up the good work.
Thanks.
We hope to see you in Florida when the real world comes to resumes with music.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited to start playing live again.
I bet you miss it. I bet you miss it, man. But anyway, thanks for your time, Xander. That was a great chat.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.